Simon, so good to see you. I was hoping you would pay us a visit. Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We're doing the role quest ending thing, where you do all the role after you've done all the role quests. Still wondering why it's not blue. Normally they're blue. The Lion's Guard received word from the various nations you visited and your search for the treasures and requested that we inform you of the latest tidings. They also send their earnest regards for your efforts. I mean, gratitude for your efforts. Yeah, it seems each of the 5 criminals have been brought into custody, although some had to be tracked down after you trounced them. They now await the judgment of the governments they wronged. I won't remember any of the voices I gave people. It has been months. I thought all was well until I overheard some customers saying that the message of the Unbound had new leaders. The passage of the Unbound, not message of the Unbound. The shop was so busy that I couldn't find a chance to speak with them before they left, but I felt compelled to report what I heard to the Lion's Guard. It was a sobering reminder that as long as our leader, who is she, is free, she can rebuild and scheme again. You must have learned about the organizations working during your search. Do you remember anything that might help us find out what she's up to? Honestly, it's all I hate! See, so there was a method to our recruitment. It stands to reason she might rely on it again. Lansgar also managed to dig up information. One of those apprehended at the passage of the Unbound received their funds from a shady mercantile outfit located in Ul'dah. I have an idea. If Pai really is recruiting new members, we could feign interest in her cause to get close to her. You might be onto something. We even know a man she's never had the pleasure of meeting, Zedman. I mean, I'm dressed for it. I know we're asking a lot from you, but any information you extract from Pai and her cohorts would prevent further incidents. What do you say? Desperate times, I suppose. I'm very grateful. A small warning, however. We know 5 treasures were stolen, but there could be more. Whatever you do, don't treat Pai lightly. I suggest finding out what power she has at her disposal and what her goals are before making your move. Which reminds me, those who aided are most eager to see Pai apprehended. We'll tell them you're hot on her trail. For now, why don't you travel to Ul'dah and ask around? Perhaps our quarry has already tried to recruit the disillusioned into her ranks. I'm from Shalian. Not old Shalian, but Shalian. I wonder if they would count that. It's been a while since I've really done anything in 14. All I've been doing is logging in like once a week to do the weekly stuff. And I occasionally I'll do, I only play like once a week nowadays. I log in for the weekly things, and then I switch over to leveling up a class or two. Those who wish to topple the nations of the world. I'm afraid I haven't heard of such a group. There are no shortage of complaints about this alternate. Most common are gripes about market fees, to hear the merchants tell it. Every one of them is a single bad bargain away from an empty coin purse. I can't say they go so far as treason, though. Well, we've had a few instances of treason. I don't know the name but I do know of a strange man. Each day he stands aloof, staring at passerbys with these dead eyes. Last I saw him, he was near the lake at the market board. Oh, it makes my stomach churn just to imagine he might still be there. Staring into your soul. Oh, it's time to work. Shifty-eyed blokes. More shifty than usual, you mean? Well, just so happens, strange man tried to strike up a conversation with me not too long ago. Said he liked how eagerly I gave those bastards in the brass blades a piece of my mind. He invited me to a gathering of people who sought true freedom, as he put it. I didn't like the smell of it, hence you find me here. It seems a suspicious man have been recruiting disgruntled citizens for unknown purposes. Perhaps you can get his attention by showing how angry you are near the market board. Oh no, this. I don't think I've ever done that emote before. You don't mind letting me bend your ear? Does it look like I have those, good sir? You look familiar. Can't put my finger on it though. I sense in you a kindred spirit, one who's tired of being trampled on by the high and mighty, and that there's a place for you in our organization, the Passage of the Unbound. Well, I've killed quite a few gods at this point. You might have heard tell of a mysterious artifact being used to incite unrest across the world. This was our doing. The oppressed finally striking back at the oppressors to win back the freedom they took from us. But we mean to aim even higher, and for that we need more good men and women to lead us, men like you. As long as I get my own artifact time in. Viva Revolution against the human oppression! I like your gusto. Mayhap you have what it takes. Yeah, you don't. Either way, you have to pass the audition first. You want to sit at the table? Prove your worth our while. One of our own is standing by at the Gold Court. Show him this handbill, and he'll lead you to where you need to go. Makes me wonder how many people, how the little thingy is showing up. Chat. The little chat's gonna be showing up at how many people with the angry emote. What do you want? A handbill written in the simple font of which reads, "Are you frustrated with your lot in life? Tired of feeling the boot ever on your neck? Then join us and win back your freedom. We invite both seasoned villains and fledgling retrobates to attend our auditions." So you wish to lead others upon the passage? You're welcome to try. But fair warning, this may be the hardest trial you've ever had to endure. Are your loins properly girded? Enthusiasm will take you far. Now then, follow me. I'm being kidnapped again! Car bingo! Attack! The audition will be held in this room. Even those with the blackest hearts have balked at what we put our potential leaders through, so I'll be listening to your progress with great interest. Going to summon gargoyles at me? Enter! Can you hear it? The cry of a child too young to know fear. Can you see it? A bird, blackbird in flight. Its wings staining the azure skies. Can you feel it? The shape of the world as it should be. Molded by the hands free of fetters. The passage to a new morrow lies before you. The passage of the unbound. Why do you have stuff, gods, and stuff on? And with that, let us begin the audition of our new round of leaders. May the selection committee please take their seats. I have questions about the chairs in the background. I know that person. Why do you have chairs of them? I fought that person, in fact. And one day I don't know. I just realized he has food in his, the little one has food in his hands. The Lalafell. Is he eating? Astrologer Gerda. You look disappointed somehow. I understand you expect to meet our founder. My apologies. You need to prove yourself here. You are granted such an audience. Tell us your name. Siamese Werfelfuck. Let's see how they feel about this. Zedman, the Zedman. He would play at being one of the realm's most beloved heroes. Take this as honest criticism. Your capacity for deception is hardly equal to some of theirs, so I suggest a more humble alter ego. On to the next question. What do you wish? Why do you wish to join us? My friend joined up, so I thought, why not? Let's see. So you spied opportunity in the chance occurrence and sought to grasp it for yourself. We require such qualities in our leaders. Enough about your ambitions. What can you do? I can take on anyone or anything in a fight. No one can craft or gather like me. I'm a devil at Dome and Mahjong. The top one is technically correct. I will take anyone or anything in a fight. I never said I would win. Anyone can fight. You don't know we're trying to topple nations here, don't you? We don't need someone with muscles. We need someone who can grasp the reins of leadership and lead us to victory. That's enough questions for now, methinks. Let's see if this one has the guts to stand against an entire nation. This traitorous curse sold us out to our enemies. Chop off his head for us, will you? I'm not proficient in that. Ah, what's wrong? Having second thoughts? Hell, give me that. Oh my, look at those eyes! A killer's eyes! Well, I'm convinced. You can put that down now. That was all but a ruse, you see. You played the traitor most, convincingly, my boy. And now you may leave. Let's see. Oh, yes. Your final test. Strike a pose that captures your essence. Go! Do little tales! I will do what my people do. We dance! Oh my, such confidence, such grace that quite literally emanate from you. My people are known for our dance. I believe we're ready to make our decision. Now try to signal among the other applicants. We can probably say you've passed the first audition. Even hard-boiled Charlotte nearly cracked under the pressure of our inquiries, but you remain composed throughout. Congratulations on your impressive feat. Our agents await without to guide you on to the next step. I will now perform the dance of my people. Man, I have an emote? What's the emote? Well, that's not the dance of my people. Behold! The dance of my people! Okay, now I'll go. Once you leave, you will be unable to return. Quite their selection of candidates this time. If you feel you pull the wool over our eyes, good. That just shows your capacity for villainy. Be proud of it. I can see in your eyes that you've been through more than I can imagine. Hold on to your anger and use it to bring the tyrannical ruler down to earth. I'm down here. Come on, Carbuncle. It thought we'd welcome you into the fold after a single edition. I'll have you know our standards are higher than that. By the way, if you had failed back there, I'd be guiding you to the combat training right now. Can never have too much fodder for the cause, after all. Not many have ever been where you are going. But don't celebrate yet. The hardest part is still to come. Woo! Treasure! You must endure one final test, and seeing as how important it is, our founder will be contacting and conducting it herself. She was here a moment ago, but something compelled her to leave for the Sagoli Desert. Always has she followed the slightest whim. Show some initiative. Find her among those massive dunes. Don't be intimidated if you're truly meaning to lead us. Fate arranges this meeting long ago. Carbuncle, enlarge! There's hair on my screen. The fuck? She has a minion! Stop. Shake. Spin. Dance! Now come. Goodbye, goodbye. Works as well as I remembered. No beast is too far, too great for the artifact's influence. Oim and oim. Oh, what are you doing here? Do you fancy strolling among the nondescript sand dunes? I wouldn't say nondescript considering we got that thing in the background. And plenty of ruins. Or is that it's not a chance encounter? Is that so? My underlings see potential in you. Ah. Then let us proceed straight to introductions. Remember my name. Apahi. Okay, but what's the mushroom's name? If you wish to be one of my Trojan leaders, there's must be one requirement. Boundless charisma. Strong strength and unparalleled intelligence mean nothing if you lack charm. No one will follow a bore. Yet when spoken with the right tenure, even wicked words can resonate with small folk and rouse them action. They'll gladly throw themselves into the thick of battle for a cause they believe in. Our cause. It did well in informing my first crowd of leaders. Their absolute devotion to indulging their own desires moved even me to tears. Not all their faults, I still wholeheartedly believe they were worthy of wielding the artifacts. Makes me believe the same about you. I shall gladly take you under my wing. But what about the mushroom? Answer the question! Now's your chance to impress me. Tell me what you wish to gain by overthrowing the nations of the world. Power, fame, wealth. Listen well, many a dream have died in silence. If you wish to see your desires realized, you must be bold in expressing them. As for me, I only want one thing: freedom! My village prospered amid nature's unrestricted, while those were bound by the rules of society. Our rules were determined at birth. Some were hunt, some would weave, but none were allowed to follow their hearts. Obedience meant a life without hardship. Yes, but I could suffer the task I couldn't suffer the task I was. So in defiance of those stifling customs, I went into the forest to hunt, and returned to my village with a pride mightier than any that had been caught before. For this I was rewarded with exile. Yet my banishment was a blessing in disguise. For it helped me realize I could survive, I could thrive, unbound by rules. I also wish that many like-minded souls yet suffered under the subjugation of the state. I resolved to become an example they could follow, to build the pastures that would guide them to freedom. But enough about me, there's something I wish to see. Follow me, but be wary of the beast that infests these sands. Cabbage. As I said, beasts abound in these parts. I could kill them myself, but this presents an opportunity. Let us commence the practical exam. Defeat these creatures by whatever means you at your disposal. Fine show of strength. Fine enough to impress the geek into following you, I say. Very well, now follow me. We are not far now. Come to your mushroom. Here we are. I've heard the stars are breathtaking from this vantage, and although they would change you to view the sky from a place like this, charge you for a place like this, as if there weren't enough hands grasping at our coin purses. Let us wait a while and see if the stars are true. Stories are true. There's sand in my eyes! Indeed, every bit as beautiful as they say. It was worthwhile trek, won't you agree? The light from those stars travel all the way from the edge of the firmament, obstructed by nothing on its journey. Free! I believe people have the same capacity, each of us a star to ourselves, the light of our lives illuminating the furthest reaches of the heavens. Ah, yes, you passed, by the way. I know I wanted you with you me happy I knew I wanted you with me soon after our first meeting. Friends and allies gravitate towards you, don't they? I can tell. And so, to honor your introduction into my inner circle, I shall reward you with an artifact of power unequaled. The glove of bitch slapping is what I would say to. I would like to say, unfortunately, my stock of mythical objects have been much depleted as of late. Oh. Are you truly so crestfallen? I suppose I cannot fault you for staying true to your ambitions. The artifact viewed by the precious cadre, well, purloined from across the continent of Dawntrail, where they were enshrined as objects of great power. Alas, we had greater need of them. Mine, however, came into my possession long before that. At one point, this thing had a face. After I was exiled, I traveled the world to seek a place that was truly free, disillusioned by every nation I set foot in. I eventually crossed the ocean to Dawntrail. In the remote outskirts of Dawntrail, I came across ancient and forgotten ruins, and within I encountered the spirit of a Yokoi, who called himself the Wise One. I asked the Wise One where I might find freedom, and he told me the story. Ahem. When I yet lived, my people ventured into Dawntrail, but before we could settle here, a terrible sickness struck, and one by one, many lost their lives. I sought a way to conquer this affliction, crafting an instrument that could harness the power of mighty beasts. Thus was the first treasure created. He must have died young then, because the reason why the Yokoi are like that is because they don't grow to their full height anymore. The only one who does is they rarely get one, like maybe one in a generation, that will actually grow to their full height. Instead, they're kind of like stuck in like their teens or something. Alas, I was too late to save my brethren. Yet I know I could save others from our fate, so I traveled across the land, bestowing the treasures upon struggling tribes. I wish to create a place where people... Ham-fisted heroic voice. I didn't read the name of it. Bereft of a home, can live as they wish. Such a treasure could help me realize this dream. Dramatically wise voice. Your conviction is plain to see. That is true. 5 treasures have I bequeathed, but there is one which remains sealed away. Its power is far too dangerous. My conviction means I can wield it responsibly. I beg you, bestow the treasure upon me. My words have swayed him, because the spirit's final act was to honor me with the relic before disappearing. I will use the power entrusted to me to shatter the rules that stifle us. That is why I created the passage of the unbound. And now you are one of its leaders. Stand by my side, and together we shall release the people of the world from their chains. You still haven't told me the mushroom's name. Tell me! I do not initially intend to spend so much time in these wastes. And do ensure you master the pose I show you. Although I'll only recently invented it, I expect every member to be capable of striking it at the moment's notice. For that, I cordially welcome you to the passage of the Unbound. Oh. Yay. You've learned a pose. I wanted a doily. Now that the night sky is energized us, it's time to take action. Our goal is no less to see every nation of the world crumble, yet we must stand somewhere. Let's start somewhere. I was struck by how much had changed during my most recent visit to Dawntrail, when I gathered the first group of my chosen leaders. At the time I encountered the Wise One, no ruler had united a continent under one banner. Uncertainty was in the air, so was the sense of freedom. Yeah, that would be 80 years ago, so yeah, you would have been maybe 100? You would have been a little bit over 100, most likely. I've never seen a place quite like this. So much did it intrigue me, in fact, that I adopted a Shatona name for myself. Yet now, that same freedom that I found so appealing is bound by the restrictions of the state. And each passing the day that passes, those bonds grow tighter. That is why I first get a course of action shall be to return to Dawntrail. What is once was to liberate it from the tyranny of Dawntrail. While my leader was avatars of self-indulgence, they never quite grasped the concept of overthrowing a nation. It falls to us to set a precedent for future leaders to follow. Go to Dawntrail and get the label adventure to Solai and Shaloni, and rendezvous with my enforcers at the local tavern. You may await further orders there. Schemes have been laid bare. You should bring this information to Oral, Majin, and Torali. Yeah, if I seem a bit out of it than I normally am, that's because I had a particularly cruel nightmare last night. Well, I can't even say last night. This morning, because I went to bed like at 10 last night, and I woke up at 1 in the afternoon. Simon, you are returned. Were you able to track down Apai? I see her methods for testing the mettle of her would-be leaders are as unique as the candidates themselves. Yet learning that her next target is Torala only makes this sinking feeling in my stomach worse. This revelation doesn't come as a complete surprise, you see. We've heard whispers of a plot against the city, and have been aiding the Landsguard with investigating leads. I mean, she's not the first to try this, but that's usually because of conquest. While you were abroad, some familiar faces showed up to lend a hand. Oh, speak of the Vidral. Brookeville sent word that you meant to pursue a party. We were eager to join the hunt. Yet right as we were arranging a trip across the ocean, we spied a suspicious group disembarking at the port, and we decided we might better aid you by tracking their movements. They claimed to be looking for work and obtained permission to travel to Shaloni. Yet upon arriving, they went to work of a different sort, asking anyone they could find about Chitaloni and the inner workings of the government and defenses. We're not bothering the people of Shaloni. They loafed about in Matsuani. The master of the tavern there said the group spied long hours talking to other patrons, barely ordering a thing, going on about some plan. So they are the enforcers. Apai mentioned we need to find out what they're planning and how Apai's treasures fits into the picture. Then we can figure out how to stop them. Let's split up. If those enforcers are talkative as they seem, I'm sure it won't be hard to eavesdrop. Let me help too. I have an idea that might make things easier. It requires admin to aid us. I hope you can oblige. And then it's settled. Blasconi, Taprik. I will work to uncover the nature of Apai's treasure. These link pearls should make it easier to communicate. I bought them from a foreign sailor. I know they come in handy sooner rather than later. And for those without ears, follow my instruction. Alright, once we've discovered something, well, let me do the geese right closing, Haswani. Now then follow me and I'll tell you about this idea of mine. I have something that will make our job a lot easier. The Dreamweave cocoon. The village elder understood how much it means to me to bring the unbound to justice for their crimes, and trust me to do so once and for all. You've met this player in the flesh, yes? That means you can use the cocoon to imitate her. It can do that. Well, I could really use stealth and deception, but this will make getting the information we need much easier. Thanks, exactly. But it will all be for nothing if she reaches them before we do. So let's make our way to Hasalani at once. Yeah. I know that when I did the quest, I had more varied voices, but that was months ago. It was like 7 months ago. Wait, where are they? Are they on the second floor? They are on the second floor. As you begin sighting, saw rough-looking types who didn't sound terribly gathered around one of the tables. Doubtlessly, there are targets. There's no one fitting, so she's probably haven't arrived yet. This is our chance. We can hear everything from out here, so we'll keep watch in case a person makes an appearance. If she does, we'll call you on a leap. Alright, Simon, take the cocoon in hand and your mind's eye envision that looking. You can now transfigure into her. You must remain transfigured in order to progress through the quest. If it wears off, come back. Boss, wait, you told us not to trust anyone, even yourself. If you are who I think you are, then do the pose. Well, we've all got sore arms from practicing it so much. There. No one but you can strike a pose half as inspiring. He's waiting, boss. He's super sore from it. Now that you're here, that means it's time to mobilize, right? If you don't know what I asked. I think we have it memorized. Still, it couldn't hurt to review what you told us. We launch our attack from the gates of Dawntrail. Cerulean barrels will blow it to bits in a fantastic explosion. And its concoction will give us the strength to crush the land's gods like ants. A simple plan for simple villains. Don't you think? Keep pressing them for information and... How about the one that's asleep behind me? What does he do? How will my artifact aid you? What do you be having? We're in the middle of something. Yeah, mind your business. We'll be moving along, so stop trying to bleed us for every coin we have. We see the real approaching. Smoke bomb! Get the fuck out of there! We have to buy time. Keep the henchmen talking. I will summon the birds and the bees. You there, excuse me. I'm gonna go in there. The drinks are more water than spirit. Is that so? Oh, good thing I'm not thirsty. Begone! No, the food, that's not food either. They sold every last dish. What? Let the gold remain open? Greed runs amok. Indeed. Luckily, I wasn't planning on ordering anything. I'd rather die than become a paying consumer. Have you no shame? The voices in my head told me things. And there was something else. I don't think there was. You were supposed to show up our numbers, right? You said that the artifact would give us an army. Oh, did it? Someone get out of there. She's coming in. Hi. Oh, you're already here. You move quickly. Oh, come on! We got stuff to do. And that means you can get started all the sooner once Thorel succumbs to our wrath. Together we shall celebrate the return of true liberation to Thorel. Now see to your preparations and then join us upstairs. We'll strike when I give the order. That was close. I don't know what would have happened if we were found out. I couldn't hear what you were saying while we were trying to distract. Did you get anything we could use? That's great. Tintawa and the others have just arrived themselves. Let's go and meet them. Trust no one, not even yourselves. How about you? Especially me! I heard you ran into a party at the tavern. Tell us everything that happened. Our plan is to strike it rally from the Shaloni side. That we could force our defenses there. Instead of minions spoken an army being summoned by our treasure. That matches the stories we heard. It was told to us by one of the Vipers. We hope their expertise in tracking deadly beasts. As the 12 were drilled, the very source of our treasure's powers might provide insight on the compatibilities of hers. Apparently, they received reports that creatures across Terrell were following under the thrall of a Shatona woman. Even the most feral of beasts obeyed her like a docile lamb. We now know that our enemy is capable of. I've heard that some animals hunt by hypnotizing their prey with sound, smell, or even magical energy. Perhaps the child Giselle, whose essence lies in our treasure, was one of those. But it's difficult to say which. Even so, we know of his plan and the threat we face. We can prepare for whatever she might throw at us. We'll cut off our advance at Giselle is the boundless. It takes everything we have to drive her back. But if we fight as one, neither her nor her beast will take a single step into Oriole. I'll stay here for a while and keep an eye on things. If Razi makes a move, I'll contact you at once. Let me tell Rajum what we've learned. Away! Bringing an army of beasts to our doors. There's still a little time to prepare, and if the treasure can bend first beast to its will, we must consider the possibility it can be used on people too. I'll bring this information to Landsguard at once. that they might begin ridding the city's defenses. I know neither you nor they will set a single citizen come to harm. This is its sediment. With any luck, Holly and her cronies will soon be laughing themselves. Oh, and we get music for this next one. Said Tatuana was keeping watch in Aswani, right? I suppose no news is good news. Barbarian Armenians are burning the departs. It's time, everyone, to make our stand against the gates at Torali. Here, I was hoping that Puddy would turn herself in. Well, I suppose she'll just have to be brought in by force. She might have the treasure, but she doesn't have our allies, and she certainly doesn't have you. Today we stop the Unbound, and tomorrow we'll welcome a dawn into free of their shadow. Yeah. Back to the Etherite shard. Ethernet shard. That brought us together were less than fortunate. I'm confident that in the end, we'll be the stronger for them. We won't allow the Patch of the Unbound to wreak havoc on Dawntrail. Today, Apollo and her ilk answer for their crimes. Yeah. That's item levels higher than I have. By 30. I'm only at 700. They're here. I still wonder, does it have a tail or a third foot? It is a third foot. Hi there. You know you're coming for you and that gang of thugs won't be going any further. Oh god, there's more sand in my eyes! So you have chosen to join the other sheep, have you? How disappointing I have for you so much more than a life of a lapdog. I never intended to fight your side. Of course you would say that. You are a Zorian savior, after all. I knew it from the moment I saw you, and I suppose now you're asking yourself why I was so forthcoming with my plans. I wanted you to see what we fight for, to realize the beauty of our true freedom, and devote yourself to the pursuit of its, alas. You have your side has 2 mages. You don't have a single tactician among you. And you have 1 guy with a knife. To be fair, I don't think we even have a single mage. Well, we got 2 mages on our side as well. And we have one. We also have a civilian. I don't think she can fight. Oh right, hers is her trinket just makes her not take damage, if I remember correctly. I think that was hers. Our allies only followed you because the treasures has them in its thrall. No one would willingly follow such a reckless leader. Interesting, you think I have the power to command others against their will? Well, don't you? Ah, you are far more foolish than I believe. I would never rob anyone of their freedom. She's gone. Not gone here. Look, beast appear from its crawly side. Crawling side. But how? I commit to every to the side and now she's striking out her blind spot. I must open the gate! Oh! It just looks like it's you versus me now. The path to a new tomorrow lies ever before us. We need only be brave enough to walk it. It is not to us, you tend to the others. Oh. Uncanny. I have to take care of these beasts before going after. They're duplicates made of spores! Fear my creatures cannot live up to the real thing. What about this? There we go. There you go. Finding a druid of the spores. It's about 3 animated dead. Or got the spores. Aren't you? Well, I suppose I wouldn't want to use a false duplicate. Okay, have fun. Have fun at school. That doesn't mean be stupid. Kill yourself, not me. Must you insist on being a thorn in my side? Or then I shall plant the banner of evil upon the corpse of yours, dearest hero, and the meek shall flock to me. Make my desire manifest. Grant me the power to seize undying freedom. The architect. Not this guy again. Pax 4. Okay, so if I stand on that... Oh, I have to start from the very beginning. Alright, Carbink. No, the music's starting! Kill me now! Someone who cheats. Probably could have done it on normal, but like I said, I had a bad night. I am not dealing with anything today. There goes the mushroom. It seems I must admit defeat. of this, I do not believe the ideals for which I fought were misguided. Think back when the leaders who come before you, the 5 self-serving souls who dared to live as they pleased. Each one of the perfect image of liberty and ultimate perfection cannot be achieved without ultimate power. This is why we fight, why we become villains, to tear down the world's nations and their stifling rules so that the voiceless many may speak again. What made you feel this way? Seven has told you already, surely, yet the exile that emboldened my hatred of meaningless restriction also led to my awakening. I couldn't have known true freedom without it. And as I traveled the world, I noticed the same thing everywhere I went, that the many were bound by the few. In Gradania, citizens are discouraged from joining hands with their neighbors, and old merchants craft laws to exert their control over others. Even in Lamosa, once lawless pirates are made to bow to the state. To be fair about that, they can always challenge the captain to a duel. The lawless pirates can, indeed, challenge the admiral to a duel. It's just when everybody who does loses. And I can see your fingernails underneath those long nails. Need I say more? The countless guardians who were tricked into sacrificing themselves when their church fanned the flames of war. The people of the East, whose entire lives are determined by outdated customs and mores. I had to go west to find what I sought here in Toral. I lived a life unbound. And so I thought, after a terrible tragedy, I was forced to find a new home once again. Terrible, what happened? I can scarcely say it. I was asked to pay for my lodgings. Hey, you mean you haven't been paying all along? Why should I? I have to trade coin for a roof over my head? In my village, charging for someone so essential was unthinkable. So long as one followed the rules, that is. For the first time since my exile, I questioned my path. And I conceived to myself that taking care of my drunken sisters night after night was so bad after all. Where did you live again? No, that doesn't matter. Surely if you can accept trading labor for housing, you can understand the reasons behind trading coin for it. No, money is just another rule that used to control us, a rule that I won't accept. I was forced to live on the streets. In my tent I plotted the rebellion would start with me and end with the authority of every nation in tatters. Oh god, Uldal must have been your hell. Yet one day, after a long hour of sowing discontent, I returned to find my tent gone and in a place stood a stand that read no vagrancy. Last thing you owned was gone in an instant. That can't have been easy. I can understand the perspective of a world where everyone did what they pleased would soon fall to chaos. Laws are the only things which keep us from that. You and I are going to have a conversation after this. And I know if I understand what it's like to be bound by all the rules. Rules whose purpose are sometimes baffling. But you don't have to follow them blindly if you're dissatisfied. You can work to change them. What you speak of is not freedom, it is self-indulgence. So you're saying if I change the law, I can do whatever I please. Not the word got through the heart. Talking anymore would just be a waste of breath. It's time to put her in chains. This is all you're doing, isn't it? It's time you join the rest of your minions. Halt! You violated the law! Halt! It's just like that constantly. Halt! You violated the law! Halt! You violated the law! You have committed crimes against Skyrim and other people. I want rest, but this isn't over! Those who share my vision will hear this, and justice and aim will carry on my legacy. Badge of the Unbound shall remain open forevermore. Burn attack, nevermore! Rory was inspiring everyone. Opposed in the custody of the Landsguard, and her treasure is destroyed. Without their leader and secret weapon, the Unbound may well and truly be finished. We shall return to Dawntrail and let Rory know about our victory here. Yeah, I wasn't even planning on recording today until I saw that this was out. So I said, I want to record it. I don't care if I don't feel good. Both physically and mentally. Plus, I have not done combat in a long time. As was my poor situation with that. But I was curious to see how much damage I was going to take if I stood in the middle of that. I didn't know if I was going to live it or not. Sure, I probably should have moved from it, but I'm lazy. I've been playing too much Black Mage. That's what I've been playing for the past, I don't know how many months. I've been playing Black Mage, trying to level it up. I heard all about your battle with the Passage of the Unbound. Leave it to you all to not only capture their leader, but do so without anyone in Toral coming to harm. By the way, mages from the Wing of Protection inspect the remains of the beasts who fought. Their discoveries were surprising to say the least. They weren't actually individual organisms, you see, but a collection of miniature fungi that had taken the form of familiar creatures. The mages concluded that the trove or drill sealed within the treasure was likely once a fungi itself. This explains the sightings of her traveling with beasts of all sorts at her beck and call. She built her army by finding the fiercest creatures she could and recreating them within the power of the treasure. But you stood against that army without a shade of fear in your eyes. So token of gratitude, you're all welcome to tacos on the house every year in town. Speaking of which, I heard Dwana and the others will soon be returning to their respective villages. Goodbyes are always bittersweet, but I'm sure they'd love to speak with you one last time. I regret to mention this earlier, but I was able to convince everyone back home to stop relying on the cradle. My sleepless days are over, but I've been busier than ever. I've looked to a scouting and soldier for inspiration to how to build soldiery among the villagers. We train together and take turns on watch, among other things. Little Noi no longer needs to spend her days with bed. Sometimes joins us in our drill, and amidst this new life, would it be the same without us? I need a life for which we hold all your thanks. Zedman will be keeping striving to follow your example you set for us. People have accepted the fact that we cannot always rely upon the harsh strength. They are now trained to build our natural resistance to various toxins. It took some time to figure out the right amount to use, and admit there were some close calls, but luckily the harsh sting was at our disposal. Yet I believe that our strength lies in our ability to conquer hardship. I hope one day we can trust in our own abilities. That being said, it's been some time since I had a meal that wasn't made with poison. I'd forgotten how delicious food can be. The others will be glad to know how key it was to our success. And though it seems Fletcher recognized you from the moment we met, it didn't make a difference, did it? It just reaffirms that for me that you're more than you're renowned as a hero. I still aspire to become a hunter worthy of because we have legacy, and I know it will take a lot of time and a lot of work. For now, I'm focused on keeping my group safe, but I won't stop there. Keep your ears to the ground, Zedman, for someday you might hear tales of Hunter True. Everyone was so brave. My heart always starts pounding when the fight begins, but I didn't need to worry, since I'm here in Toyolin. I'll visit the markets before I return to my village. Oh, and I almost forgot. Kajal sent the letter. He said the authorities have taken his circumstances into account and decided to be merciful. He'll be released soon, just as promised. My village will be the first place he visits. Everyone's looking forward to greeting him with open arms. If Kopakulja agrees to be our protector, then we can come to Toyola more often. I think the origin to the treasure lies with the Yokoi. Even with such dominating strength as they possess, they sought still more when their very survival was at stake. My people were afraid of the apex, so sealed it away within our treasure. But over time, the treasure became as feared as the beasts within it. Thus, we never considered using it as a tool to aid us. I've been training hard, and I hope that someday I could help my people view the treasure from a new perspective. It might take a while, but we will get there. I'm already stronger than last time we met, right? Okay. You don't have to answer, trust me. When I tell you, we won't take the easy road like Verizon. Every bit of recognition will earn through hard work. On that note, as much as I like to stay, I suppose we all have homes waiting for us. Let's say our farewells to Ivu and Montreal. I take the easy road and I don't feel good. And when I'm lazy. I'm glad you got caught up with everyone. Shall we bring this party to a close then? Be well, everyone. Oh, but hang on, let's see you next time. I want her to meet the people who helped us. Stop by my village if you're ever in the region. I'll treat you to freshly hunted boar. Everyone, get home safely. We'll meet again soon. I hope I was able to pay back the debt I owe you, if only a little. If you ever need help again, you know how to reach me. My shadow looks weird. The Table of Evil? Somebody has a dragon mask. It was a long and tiring road, but the treasures are finally back in their rightful places. And the patches of the Unbound will know, with no one to lead their menagerie numbers will fade into obscurity. I'm sure we'll hear no more of them again. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Here's the piece in Toyolo. Rules. Basic social considerations. Who need them? Those pathetic bastards don't even see the yokes around their necks. Did you see how nobly of thee fought? As long as I can remember that sight, I'll never turn away from the path she showed us. It's up to us to continue what she started. We don't need those artifacts to bring down nations. We'll find a whole new kind of weapon. Patches of the Unbound shall remain ever open, and will be there to guide others upon it. Oh, he has a fox mask, I think. There's more of you? Criminals over here. But they gotta run. We can't be caught here. Get their asses. I'm not doing this again. Carbinkle, get in there too. Rip their faces off. You're the only one with actual power between the two of us. I just hit people with a book. Passage rebound. Let's see what we get from the achievement. To the floats. Sweet justice. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. I'll see you all in the next.